Musical prodigy Sparkle and her two sisters struggle for success.
Coming up next to the stage,
Okay, just going out there and look pretty.
sister and her sisters.
Where in the world did you get those church dresses?
But everything changes when she meets a dynamic record producer.
My name's Sticks.
Sparkle.
Girl groups are hotter than ever right now. You should be together singing. You were amazing. I have you booked all over the city.
The three singers strive to keep sudden fame from tearing them and their family apart in Sparkle.
Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Sean.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Greg.
And we're here to talk about Sparkle, starring Jordin Sparks and Whitney Houston. We've all just seen it. Leah, did it sparkle for you?
Oh, already, right out the gate.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in case folks didn't know, this is a remake of the 1977 film, which originally starred Irene Cara and Philip Michael Thomas, who from Miami Vice. And it is a cleaned up, more sanitized version of that film. We still have the three sisters who aspire to musical greatness and the trials and tribulations of living in that family and who fails and who has challenges and who survives.
Now, I think the original one had elements of like a crime drama, that there were mobsters after people.
Well, the character of Satin was just much more ruthless. And if you're thinking about what urban settings were like in the 70s, drugs were involved and, you know, it was a lot scarier. And this one's just kind of, they want to be able to bring in 13-year-olds to watch the film.
It alludes to drugs and to abuse, but we really very rarely see that. You're right, it's very much a sanitized film.
I was quite surprised, to be honest. I mean, I went in kind of expecting to hate this picture. I don't know about the two of you. I was afraid with a movie called Sparkle it was going to be the sequel to Glitter. I wasn't completely won over by the movie, but I liked it. It is extremely melodramatic, but it's well-told melodrama, and it does sort of win you over with the music. There's could be more music, but the music that's there is very energetic.
I think that's sort of my problem, because when I went to see the movie, I was expecting almost a musical, and I was sort of let down by it being actually a melodrama.
I cannot stand female melodrama in particular, but they were able to tone down that kind of shrill aspect of melodrama with some of the performances and the music, and I think with a lot of the direction.
Sparkle, as a character, doesn't really do anything for the first 2/3 of the movie. She writes the songs, but as a character, she doesn't really guide the direction of the film in any way.
You never really think that she has any desire to really be front and center.
She's mostly a passive character, really, until the final third of the movie, where she's just like, oh, I'm going to step up now and come to my own fruition.
I feel like the moral lessons and the themes of the film are sort of muddled and unclear. We have Whitney Houston's character saying, you know, fame is bad, God doesn't want you to do that. And then she sort of decides off-screen that, you know, maybe it's not so bad.
Yes. It seems to be, there are certain types of fame that are no good, but certain types of fame that are very good.
And I think that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And again, that's one more piece of evidence, though, that shows that they're really looking at making this as much a family film as possible. So the characters don't have a lot of complexity to them. There's not a whole lot going underneath, and people kind of just switch the way they feel about things.
Well, you get that feeling like, oh, third act's coming up.
Yeah.
Let's better resolve these arcs.
I do think that the performances overall were pretty solid.
Jordin Sparks is not an actress. She's an American Idol winner. And I can see that inexperience in her acting. I think she has a good presence, but it's clear that she's not up to the standards of her other actresses.
I wish they had resolved it by just having her sing more.
Yeah.
Which she does not sing enough. Nobody sings enough in this movie. There was actually a period halfway through when I was like,
where are the songs?
Yeah, is this not, I thought this was a musical.
Right.
We have Carmen Ejogo in the role of sister, and she is really sufficiently tragic as she needs to be. And then we have a lot of other really good supporting cast members. But what do we think about Whitney Houston?
Well, you know, it's her last film role, of course. I thought she was strong in the picture. Like Jordin Sparks, though, she doesn't sing enough. She actually only gets one song in the movie.
She can't possibly be in this movie for more than 15 minutes.
Probably a little longer than that.
Maybe a little long, but it's a 2-hour film. She's criminally underused.
What do you think about Mike Epps?
I think Mike Epps is great as this complete jerk of a comedian, this horrible person who has sort of uses comedy as a weapon and uses it to benefit himself.
Sad. Oh, pitch in the box, brother. Might not forget a face, but I'll forget a name in a minute. Levi, Sad Levi. Ladies, this is... See, I forgot already.
But certainly those scenes are well handled by the director Salim Akil. Other scenes I don't think he does handle as well. This is a melodrama, and it feels like his choices push the melodrama, when really they should be bringing it back. They should be making it more subtle. I mean, we get it in the script. He pushes it instead of reeling it in.
I agree. I think that there are some shot choices that could have served to help us get underneath much of the superficiality of the film.
It's a little too long and a little too melodramatic, but for the songs, I'll give it a stream it.
I think the talented cast overcomes the melodramatic aspects of the script, so it's enough to watch it at home. Stream it.
This family-friendly version of Sparkle is high energy, it's entertaining, and it is a healthy distraction like a pretty bauble. So see it.
All right, well, it looks like our votes add up to 2 tickets, which is a stream it for Sparkle.
Cheers! Cheers!
To Heavy Baubles.
Yeah, y'all like that, huh? Make you want to dance, huh?
Get it, mama.
Keep dancing like that, you bring home some kids you can't feed.
How do I look? Do I sparkle?
You do sparkle.
Thank you.